All right, kindergartners, we're going to be architects again today, but we're going to be making architectural sculptures out of paper bags. To start, you want to find the side that's flat, that does not have the bottom. So on mine, this is the flat side. I'm going to begin by adding a little bit of texture. I think I want my house to be a brick house, so I'm just drawing a few bricks on here. If you wanted to have a stone house, maybe you would draw some organic, irregular shapes. If you wanted your house to have siding, siding is like lines that go across. So you decide what you want the texture of your house to be, or maybe it'll be a mix of them. Maybe different areas are made of different materials. Maybe the top of my house is brick. After I'm done adding the texture of my house, I'm gonna start adding things like doors and windows and a roof. I'm gonna start with a door. There are a lot of different types of doors. Some of them have patterns on them, some of them are plain. So you're gonna pick what you would like and just kind of lay it on your paper to start. I think I'm gonna add a doorknob with my marker so people can get in. And I think I'd like to put a little window on my door. So I have a window shape here, and as you can see, it's too big. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut that in half. That creates two rectangles. Now I have a nice shape for a window on my door. I'm gonna go ahead and flip my window shape over and trace it with glue, and I'm going to put it onto my door. Then I'm gonna lift up my door, trace around it with glue, and then I'm gonna stick it to my house. So one way you can cut a square is in half and you get two rectangles. Now I'm gonna show you how to cut this to get a circle. Let's say I would like a circle window. I can either do this with a pencil first, or I can just go ahead and cut it. But what I wanna do is curve each of the areas where there's a point. So you can see there are 4 points on my square there, and I made a curved line. Then you're going to cut right along there. And you can see that my square got turned into a circle. It's not exactly perfect, but you can tell what it is. I'm gonna draw lines to show people that this actually is a window. And I think I'm gonna put that right there on my house. Flipping it over, tracing around the edge. Now I'm gonna show you how to turn a square into a triangle. I'm gonna put it in front of me like it's a diamond, and I'm just gonna cut it in half. And you can see that made a triangle. So I think I'm gonna do a triangular shaped window, which is kind of fun and different. Again, I think I wanna make lines on it. Those are called window panes. They're like the wood part of the window that divides the different glass panels. And I think I actually want it to go this way, so the straight edge lines up with the corner. So now I'm having what's starting to look like a pretty cool house. I'm gonna add a roof to my house. I have papers that are about the right size for a roof. What you do is, you can see from the back, I'm putting it so there's gonna be an area that I will fold, okay? So I'm gonna fold this paper in half, and I'm only gonna glue the front bit. So I'm gonna add some glue right there, and I'm gonna open it up and glue the front bit on. I'm gonna leave this open because I wanna be able to get inside my bag here to prop it open. Because the next time I see you, we'll design a yard to go with our houses. So my house will sit right here, and this will be my yard where I can make things like trees. I could even make a little playground to go next to my house and things like that. So we have a 3D architectural sculpture today. All right, today we're going to be landscape architects. That means we're gonna design a landscape for our cool houses. You each have a green piece of paper, and that's like the grass in front of your house. So what you can do is flip your bag over to the bottom right here and trace around the edge with glue and stick it where you'd like it to be. If I want it to be in the middle, I would get a front yard and a backyard. Maybe I want it to be a big front yard or maybe I want it to be near the street and have a really big backyard. It's your choice. I think I'm gonna do it to the side a little bit and have a bigger front yard. I think I'm gonna draw a path that leads to my house. I could draw little stones, maybe to show what my path is made out of. And then I'm going to use another piece of paper to cut out things that I would like to be around my house. I think I would like to have some bushes in front of my house. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this green piece of paper, and I'll draw it first so you can see it. I'm gonna cut out this cloud looking shape, but I'm gonna make the bottom of it flat. Now, if I don't cut on my line exactly, that's not a big deal. This isn't a square or a rectangle. This is an organic shape, meaning it's kind of free flowing. So it's fine if I make a little mistake and it doesn't come out perfectly. Now I'm gonna go to the bottom and I'm gonna bend it. I'm giving it a bend because I want to put glue there. I'm gonna put a line of glue there, and I'm going to stick it down where I'd like it to be in front of my house. I think I want it along the path here. And I'll hold it up so you can see it from the front. So you can see that it's popping up off the paper just like my house. Now I'm gonna show you a trick for if you wanna do more than one of the same. I'm folding my paper in half, and I'm gonna cut out that same shape. This time I'm just gonna cut it. I'm not gonna worry if it's perfect and if it doesn't follow a line exactly. Now the magic part of this is, since I did it with 2 pieces of paper, I now have 2. I'm gonna give it a fold just like I did before, glue, and stick, and I think last one will go in between those. I could cut out a tree shape if I wanted. Maybe I'll make a little tree. So I'm making like a line, then sort of like a cloud on top, then down, and it looks kind of like a tree. I'm gonna give it a bend at the bottom, same as I did before, and stick it down. I could cut out things like maybe I'll add a little dog house. I'm gonna cut out the shape of my dog house. I think I'm even gonna write dog on it, D-O-G, so people know it's for a dog. And I'm gonna follow that same thing where I just give it a bend, put the glue on the bend, and stick it. And I may cut out really anything I want in the yard and follow this same strategy where I give it a bend on the bottom for the glue. And I'll hold it up for you so you can see a little bit. It's hard because my glue is still wet, but you can see I have a house with a tree and a dog house and some bushes in front of it. Maybe I'll cut out a little mail box to stick onto my house. So here's my mailbox. I'm gonna stick it right there. It's like the little slot that the mail can go into. So you can go back and add to your house. Maybe I'll put a chimney on my house. I just thought of that idea. So I'm gonna add that at the top. And you're gonna keep working like that until your house and your yard look really full and it looks like a cool place that you would like to live someday.